Hello, welcome to module number 39, Wikis concept and educational uses. My name is Zafaryab Haider. I am assistant professor in ZHCET College of Engineering and Technology, Aligarh Muslim University. I have keen interest in the using state-of-the-art technology in education and dissemination of knowledge. Therefore, I will be talking about Wikis as a tool for a collaborative paradigm of teaching in today's video. By the end of the lecture, you would be able to answer the following. The difference of Web 2.0 from its preceding technology, Web 1.0, the concept of wikis as Web 2.0 technology, key features that defines a wiki. Based on the key features, I would tell you about the ways it could be used for educational purposes. Platforms available to develop our own free wikis at the end. What is Web 2.0? Web 2.0, also called participative and social web, refers to World Wide Web websites that emphasize on user-generated content. The term was first coined by Darcy DiNucci in 1999 and later popularized by Tim O'Reilly and Dale Doherty. Web 2.0 does not refer to an update to the preceding Web 1.0 technology, but it refers to changes in the way web pages are designed and used. Let's differentiate between the two. This image represents Web 1.2 era websites where people were limited to passive viewing of content. Passive viewing means that a person or author created the content, posted on the web page, and that content could be viewed by all, whereas this image represents Web 2.0 websites where the end users are the content generator. Here users may interact and collaborate with each other as well. Examples of Web 2.0 features include social networking sites and social media sites like Facebook, blogs, wikis, video sharing sites like YouTube, etc. Wiki is a Web 2.0 technology. So let's see, what is Wiki? Wiki is a collaborative software. It allows people to come to a website and create something, that too with the people that they don't necessarily know. Ward Cunningham created the first wiki in 1995 and named it as WikiWikiWeb. The name Wiki was inspired by the Hawaiian word wiki, which means quick, and is often used as a term for taxis and airport shuttles. How Wiki works. First, we need to understand what hypertext is. Please look at this image. Hypertext is text displayed on a computer display or other electronic devices with references or hyperlinks to other text that the reader can immediately access. In this diagram, red rectangle refers to the hyperlink or the text which, when clicked, take you to a different page, as shown by the red arrows. We'll discuss role of users later. This pic gives an idea that any user can collaborate to the wiki, can create any page, and can edit any page. Wiki is like a bunch of pages through which ideas move. If you want to create a link, you simply search that text in the wiki. If the page related to that text exists, then you can read or edit the already created page. Otherwise, a new page would get created which you can edit. Making a page on demand let you move around a hypertext, and when you got to the edge of it, it would push that edge out further, and so one can tackle a subject that's like an unimaginably large number of ideas. It is like one person knows something, another knows something else, and when we all collaborate, we grow our work substantially. What distinguishes wikis from blogs, discussion fora, or other content management systems is that there is no inherent structure hard-coded into the wiki technology. The wiki offers a vast simplification of the process of creating HTML pages and thus is a very effective way to build and exchange information through collaborative effort. What to expect from a wiki? At the University of Delaware, they wrote an article on wikis in higher education and compiled some ground rules for a true wiki. Number 1, no authorship allowed. A wiki is owned by its community, meaning that anybody who posts something on a wiki must let it go, even if it means that the next user will erase or rephrase everything that has been posted. It is a democratic tool which enables collaboration. Number 2, simplified markup language. Wiki markup language is easier and more automated than HTML. URLs are linked automatically. Creating an external link creates a new page without further programming. Number 3, focus is on content, not on format. Most wikis look like very plain HTML pages. The quality of a wiki is in its content, not in the way it looks. 4, version tracking. The history of every single tiny change of every wiki page is available to anybody, which means that a page can travel back in time to a previous state at any moment. 5. The structure is defined by the community. There is no need to create a wiki architecture from the get-go or to have a group leader who improvises a way to organize content. Wiki rules will emerge from the consensus when needed. 6. The community is the watchdog. If community is engaged in the wiki and because of the version tracking feature, getting rid of the erroneous entries is fast and efficient. Therefore, there is no need for any kind of security procedure or for a user registration process. The types of wikis that are available to us are 4. The Open Wiki. The Open Wiki model allows us to edit without even logging in. A wiki with account creation required provides extra accountability but may deter casual contributions. The authorized editors only scenario allows approved users to edit, but the public can view the pages including the history. A private only allows approved users to view pages with the same group allowed to edit. The most common example of a wiki website is Wikipedia, which is a web-based free encyclopedia developed by Wikimedia Foundation, a non-profit organization. The heart of any wiki is its community. Literally millions of people visit Wikipedia every month, and together they form Wikipedia's community. Each person or user who arrives is able to play one or more roles on the site. The roles of the users are: number 1, readers. A large majority of people arrive at Wikipedia for whatever reason and read one or more articles. Number 2, writers. Some people who visit Wikipedia become writers. They add new section to an existing article or create a brand new article. 3, editors. Editors are the ones who correct the errors that they find on the page while reading. If they can make a small addition that is helpful, they will do it on the spot. 4 are administrators. Admin is a user who created a page or is a long-term editor or writer of the page. These people have the privilege to do things like deleting and undeleting pages, blocking and unblocking IP addresses, etc. Writers, editors and admins work together to solve almost all the problems that you would expect to arise in an open platform like Wikipedia. They also work collaboratively, create some really well-written and in-depth articles. The only reason that a wiki works is because of the community of the people who work on it make it work. The community adds all of the content, edits everything, and polishes the content to root out the problems. When the community is functioning well, it can produce a tremendous amount of content that gets better and better over time. Based on the discussion so far, let's list the key features of a wiki. The following are some typical characteristics of a wiki. Number 1, editing. A wiki is a website that allows a user to add content, but also allows the content to be edited by any other user. Ease. Wiki allows easy creation of pages. The technical knowledge of HTML is not at all required by the user. Links to the pages of importance could be easily created using a specific syntax like double square brackets. History. Wiki records all the changes ever made by any user, either by their username or IP address, along with the date and time. It allows users to browse the development history of a page. Discussion. Many wiki software provide the discussion option, but in others we can create a separate page to carry out the discussion. Wiki-based educational collaborative environment. We have already seen that wikis allow participants to create a collective document by editing, discussing, and sharing information about a topic of common interest. Using wikis, students can easily create simple websites without prior knowledge or skill in HTML programming, thus eliminating the time overhead necessary to develop these skills. As Haider 2014 identified that the advantages provided by wikis enable teachers to evaluate the level of contribution of each student and groups of students by looking at the history log and creating statistics on the basis of a set of given criteria. Similarly, comments posted on the discussion page may be analyzed quantitatively and qualitatively to evaluate the extent to which students discussed issues related to collaborative writing. Students use the editing functions of the wiki to perform collaborative writing activities and the discussion page to post comments. The groups evaluate each other's wiki by means of peer assessment based on predefined criteria. The teacher uses the history function to create statistics and evaluate the level of collaboration achieved by the students. Likewise, the teacher analyzes the comments posted on the discussion page and the result of the peer assessment to evaluate the level of collaboration. Educational uses of wikis. Duffy and Bruns 2006 list following possible educational uses of wikis. Number 1, students can use a wiki to develop research projects with the wiki acting as ongoing documentation of their work. 2, wikis can be used for students to add summaries to their thoughts from the prescribed readings, plus building a collaborative annotated bibliography. 3, in distance learning environments, the tutor can publish course resources like syllabus and handouts, and students can edit and comment on these directly. 4, wikis can be used as knowledge base for teachers, enabling them to share reflections and thoughts regarding teaching practices and allowing for versioning and documentation. Essential to this usability of such a resource is that it is searchable, has easy navigation and categorization, the file management, all of which current wiki environments provide. Wikis can be used to map concepts. They are useful for brainstorming, and authoring a wiki on a given topic produces a linked network of resources. A wiki can be used to facilitate a presentation in place of conventional softwares like Keynote and PowerPoint. And given a suitable working environment, students are able to directly comment on and revise the presentation while it takes place. Now let us look at one possible problem that can happen with wikis, and that is edit wars. That is, two or more editors who disagree about the content of a page repeatedly override each other's contribution. Usually the community can work it out, but sometimes it can't. In educational scenarios, this could be easily handled by the presence of the teacher. The teacher can decide what to keep and what not to. How to use wikis in teaching and learning. Unfortunately, many people set wikis up with the best intention for their students, only to find that they didn't work or didn't achieve the desired learning outcomes. Dave Food created an acronym to describe the process to follow in order to get better results when using a wiki. He called his process the Stolen Principle, S-T-O-L-E-N principle, where S stands for a specific overall objective. Dave Food recommends to lay down clear objective for the wiki, explaining the benefits of either contributing to it or the benefits of the end user once produced that are understood by the people editing the wiki. It should not be kept general because a small number of students on any course are unlikely to create media-rich knowledge bank like Wikipedia. T stands for timely. This means that to keep up wiki's momentum, deadline times for different stages of use should be set. It is wise to set up wikis for a specific purpose with a specific endpoint. Although there isn't a problem with leaving the wiki open afterwards, nor there is a problem with people continuing to edit the resource, as this would also be ideal. O stands for ownership. People need to feel that they collaboratively own the wiki. To get high levels of creativity in a wiki from the students, creating some element of ownership can be advantageous. This could be done by using language appropriate to the natural language of the group or by having a soft touch when moderating the activity on the wiki. Another option is to designate certain areas to certain participants. It may be possible to make exercise competitive with different groups, set a challenge for creating a resource that is better than other groups. This will depend on the nature of the groups involved and will require diligence from the tutor. L stands for localized objective. The tutor should provide some structure of what is expected from the wiki. This could be some headings to use or an example page maybe. A starting point for editing. For most people, wikis are new concepts, and the thought of this collaborative editing is daunting to many. It is therefore beneficial to create some starting points for the students to edit. E stands for engagement rules. Who can edit? Some people will be nervous about editing, so reinforcing who can edit the wiki should be made obvious on the site. Which parts they can edit. Clear guidance on which parts can be edited should be made clear and obvious on the site. Acceptable and unacceptable use. Depending on the ages and nature of the people who will be editing the wiki, it may be beneficial to provide some acceptable and unacceptable use guidance. N stands for navigation. Clear navigation structure. One of the beauties of wikis is the way that they grow organically. However, this often results in different people creating different styles of navigation structure, which can result in confusing navigation. The wiki moderator could create their own structure for people to follow, which should ease this problem but may inhibit the freedom of the site. Various platforms that could be used for educational wikis are Central Desktop, DocuWiki, MediaWiki, PBWorks, Wiki.js, Wiki. etc. MediaWiki. Among a plethora of wiki tools, MediaWiki is one. We will be seeing its installation and use in the next module. MediaWiki incorporates almost all functionalities described above. It looks like Wikipedia. In addition, it is restricted to university members, making it appropriate for education. MediaWiki has a history log that keeps track of students' edits by name and date. Using this function, it is possible to roll back to earlier versions of the wiki. MediaWiki also provides a discussion page that serves as a place for reflection for the wiki. Another tool is PBWorks. Formerly known as PBWiki, is a commercial real-time collaborative editing. This is an online tool. Its account creation and use is also explained in the next module. Wiki.com is the world's third largest wiki farm with almost 1.5 million users running 5 lakh sites and serving more than 100 million unique visitors per year. For visitors, the members of Wiki.com sites, Wiki.com is a fast, easy to use web application service. It can look like a traditional wiki, a forum, a blog. For site creators, the Wiki.com, one can create web projects in minutes. It uses a mix of forums, wiki pages, templates, modules, custom themes, add-in packages, and reusable site templates to create almost any collaborative web project imaginable. DocuWiki. DocuWiki is a simple to use and highly versatile open source wiki software that doesn't require a database. It has clean and readable syntax, ease of maintenance, backup and integration, built-in access controls and authentication connectors, and the large number of plugins contributed by its vibrant community allow for a broad range of use cases beyond a traditional wiki. That's all about Wiki. Thank you.